Umpire Walsh about to get his fourth quarter underway. Hawthorn in complete control in the third quarter. Can Geelong get back into the game? I don't think so. Very dark here at Princes Park. Mossop with the ball, gets it out. Bright running pass, has the ball smothered by Loveridge. Coming through Di Domenico, trying to find somebody with a handball. He found Judge. Judge to Loveridge. Now back into the centre square. Good play, Richard Loveridge. Centre corridor, play a bit scrambly. Buckenara and Mossop. And umpire Clayton has got to come in and ball the ball up at the centre half-back position. Mossop to do the ruck work. And I suppose Dermot Burton, no. Paul Abbott's going to take it. So Abbott and Mossop. Geelong haven't got too many players on their defensive side. Mossop gets it down to Bruns. Bruns has played very well underneath the packs today, and the Geelong ruckmen have brought it down on every occasion. Mew to Tuck. Now Tuck will go goalwards. He does. Is it straight enough? It's coming back. Will it be shepherded? No, at the mark taken by Jason Dunstall. Could have shepherded that ball through, I think, but it was in a better position to take the mark. Now there's a good camera shot. Camera right behind Jason Dunstall as he lines up. We can see there's not much air between those goal posts. He runs on. Now goes onto the left foot. Bad play for the Geelong players. They should have trapped him there. Jason Dunstall continuing on the way left off in that third quarter. He's kicked the 23rd goal for Hawthorn. 23-11, 149. Geelong 11-9, 75. And Jason Dunstall, he's kicked 6 goals.
Premiership stuff from the Hawthorn side. They've kicked 12 goals in the third quarter, and they're doing it on the bit. It's getting very dark here as Schultz has now gone on to Dunstall at fullback as it comes down to the half-back line. But Hawthorn, too many players running well. Lenigan flicks it back. It comes down to the ground. Picked up there by Bertie Domenico. He sends them down forward again. Dermot Burton, he couldn't get the ball. Comes down to the ground. Nigel Cole over to Terry Bright, and he goes across the face of the goals, which could be a bit dangerous. But Couch has got the ball, puts his head down. Bad play from the Geelong side, and all the skills of the Geelong side have deteriorated dramatically since half-time. So the umpire to bounce it at the 50-metre line in the Hawthorn attacking zone. Mossop, Neville Bruns. Handballs it out to Morgan. Not a good hand pass. Cleve. Coming out the back is Nigel Collins. Sends it up to the centre half back line. Paul Couch on the left foot. But there's too many Hawthorn. Gary Ablett will go up and take the mark. Good mark there, Ablett, in front of Chris Langford. Well, Gary Ablett's kicked 5 goals today, and it's not his fault that they're that far behind the Hawthorn score. So he's going to have a big kick. He normally does. And he sends at least 60. Oh, what a magnificent kick, but offline.
That was a 70-metre kick, right? That was a 70-metre kick.
So that's Geelong 11-10, 76, trailing Hawthorn 23 goals, 11-149 on the Pro Football scoreboard.
Although the flag's still blowing, the wind seems to have dropped. It's not as gusty as what it was earlier in the game. Ball right in the centre square there. Jenke across to Buckenara. Hawthorn now moving the ball well. Looking for and finding, has Jason Dunstall using that big body again. Plumped right in front of Schulz. Now he's lining up for his 7th goal. If he continues the way he did in the third quarter, the goal-kicking record for a Hawthorn player against Geelong is 10, kicked by Wally Colpert in 1944. Now Dunstall has 6 goals. Ball on its way. And I think he's kicked his 7th. So Jason Dunstall's kicked his 2nd goal in this quarter, in the last quarter, and he takes Hawthorn on to 24-11, 155. Geelong 11-10, 76, and we'll just quickly recap that the highest score kicked by a Hawthorn team against Geelong is 191 points. That was done in 1977, and so it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Hawthorn could beat that record score the way they've played this second half, Ray.
Yes, Don, and Jason Dunstall's kicked his 58th goal for season 86 as the ball comes down to the ground. It's getting very dark here at Princes Park as John Mossop tries to pick the ball up, working as Ken Judge, and the umpire will say, give it to me, fellas, and we'll throw it up.
Another move. David O'Keefe has now gone on to Jason Dunstall, and Michael Schulz has gone to the half-back flank on Peter Curran.
Well, bad move early. Craig Cleve was holding him up to half-time. They moved him, and he's exploded since then. And it's too late to stop him. Peter Curran the hand pass. Terry Wallace, I bet he'll be looking for him again. I'll have a look at this. Good play then from O'Keefe. Punched away. Dermot Brereton chasing the ball. Met solidly by Couch. Coming through then and taking the way is Damien Drum. Goes around Curran. Nigel Cole takes the pass and kicks it over to the half-forward line. Martin Christensen, 40 metres out. A little pass to Ablett. Does it bounce for him? Can he be? He was held in from Langford. Turner would have been pushed. Linder comes in. He tries to swing on the left foot to pass it over to his teammate Martin Christensen. He straightens up, but he's offline, and Geelong are just going through the motions. So Geelong move on to 11-11-78, trailing Hawthorn badly, 24-11, 155 at the 5-minute mark of the last quarter.
Well, Geelong just haven't got the same crispness in handling the ball as what Hawthorn have. Gary Ayres with the ball, a long, high torpedo kick to that outer flank. Di Domenico behind, Christensen brought it down. Mew, 3 Hawthorn players, they can raffle the ball. One bounce, Di Domenico. Now chips it into centre half forward. Bounces for Buckenara across to Loveridge. Loveridge ran with Di Domenico earlier. Good running, Richard Loveridge goes goalward. And that's another goal to Hawthorn. They're 25th for the game. 25-11 Hawthorn, 100 and... I'll have to do my arithmetic very quickly. 25-11, 161. Hawthorn, 11-11, 77 Geelong.
Well, that's certainly giving him an 83-point lead there, I think, Don. Is it 83? 84. And that's, well, they've got that many goal kickers. It'll take me 15 minutes to tell you. But Richard Loveridge kicked his third as the Deer. Wallace kicks it in the air. John Mossop on, and young Burke not in the ruck like he was last week and first half of this game. Couch, Ablett, Chris Langford punches it down. Bruce Linder fumbling. They're doing everything wrong, Geelong, and the Hawthorn pressure's just been too much for them since half-time. So it's... they've got no lights to turn on here, have they, Don? Carlton?
No, they've got nothing at the moment, Ray. It looks pretty dark and dismal there as the umpire bounces the ball at centre half forward. Players trying to kick off the ground. Ayres should have gone down with your hands instead of your feet. Now up towards centre wing and taking an easy chef mark, Jeff Mossop. Plays on quickly to Drum. Drum to Bright. Terry Bright. Doesn't sit for Bright. Picked up by Judge. Judge now looking for, and has he found him? No, yes, he's found him, Dunstall, but can he trap the ball? Does. Oh, he's certainly playing with confidence, and what a chip. Well done, Jason Dunstall. Ken Judge set that ball up. Didn't bounce right for Terry Bright back in the centre square. Judge read it well, shot it out to Dunstall. He couldn't trap it. Finally did, then shot it back into the centre, and Ken Judge took a good chest mark. Well played, Hawthorn. Ball on its way. Could that be the 26th goal for Hawthorn? It is. So the 26th goal kicked by Ken Judge. And since coming on, Judge has kicked 3 goals. 26-11, 167 Hawthorn. Geelong 11-11, 77, and we've played 8 minutes of this final quarter.
Well, they're certainly looking like far lap odds for the grand final, the Hawks, as the Hawthorn crowd in a great voice now. And they've taken this game right over by the throat since half-time, like a good side should. As the ball's bounced again, Deer, Mossop gets the second hit at it. Goes to John Kennedy, and he kicks it high in the air. Terry Bright with Judge. Could have been in the back. The umpire says play on. Michael Schuss gives it a flick out there, but coming in there is Jenke, and he's got time to trap it and kick it on the left foot, trying to find his teammate, and he has found Ken Judge. And the elusive half-forward flanker has taken it on the half-forward flank, looking for Paul Abbott, and Abbott. Oh, they're running. Well, even the big men are doing the skills. Russo, is he going to have a little go at him? Another goal. Oh, it's raining goals here at Princes Park. Hawthorn's 27th goal. Peter Russo's first. He may as well get amongst it. 27-11. Even the scoreboard attendants start to slow down, Don. He must be getting tired. 173. Geelong 11-11-77, making them 96 points in front at the 10-minute mark of the last quarter.
Well, they're only 18 points behind that record score of 1977. Nearly 100 points in front of Geelong, and the greatest winning margin that Hawthorn have had over Geelong is 118 points. So that record looks like it could be broken too, as Curran gets it out to the half-forward flank. Loveridge, Judge, Dermot Brereton, no, not another one, surely. It is And don't they make it look so easy, Hawthorn. Hawthorn's 28th goal, and it's raining goals here at Princes Park as Dermot Brereton has gone in and kicked his 4th goal. He's kicked 1 in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd and 4th quarters, 4 goals for the game. 10 minutes played, 28-11, 179 Hawthorn. Geelong 11-11, 77, and that's a 102-point margin in favour of Hawthorn.
Well, I don't think they'll get Williamstown's record of 51 goals the other day, Hawthorn, but they're certainly making it look like a cricket score up there, Don, on the scoreboard. So it's so easy, and this must be a lovely run for L&Gs. All these forwards are all getting amongst it. Mossop, Russo, Michael Tuck, and they're just having, it's like a practice match or a training night on Tuesday as it comes to the ground. Bright could have been trapped round the neck, and I think he'll get a free kick, and one of the rare times again that the Geelong side have gone forward. Very disappointing since half time. Kicks it across to Cole, but punched away, but no, the umpire has asked the Hawthorn player, you went over the mark, so he's paid a 15 metres, and Terry Bright will get the ball back and send Geelong into attack. Well, a lot of the Geelong players are walking around with their hands on their hips and their heads down so early in this last quarter. I think they've turned it up. Bright down to full forward, punched away, coming through then is Russo, handballs it across. John Kennedy plays it along the boundary, and it will go over the line and out of bounds. And this is certainly a good tune-up for Hawthorn for the finals 2 weeks away, Don.
Yes, but you wouldn't discount, you'd have to discount the opposition, Ray, because there will be a different game when the finals come around in September, so I wouldn't be getting carried away with the form of today. Geelong have served it up to them, but they just haven't got the skill, Geelong, to match Hawthorn. Bright with the ball, goes goalward, it's a high one into that centre corridor. Players set themselves, and is that Martin Christensen? It is. Marty Christensen has taken a mark over the back, and he is well within kicking distance. The crowd has gone silent. 179 Hawthorn, 77 Geelong as Christensen lines up. Ball on its way. I think it is the 12th goal for Geelong. So Hawthorn 28-11, 178. Geelong 12-11, 83. For Hawthorn, Jason Dunstall has 7 goals. 4 to Dermot Brereton, 3 to Loveridge, Curran, Judge, 2 to Wallace, Buckenara and Platten, and 1 to Michael Tuck and Peter Russo. A lot of goal kickers for Hawthorn. Buckenara with the ball. Ablett obviously changed up on the back line now as he goes long through the centre square, and long ball. And taking a timely mark, Chris Langford. Langford across to Lester Smith. They're going to try and run the ball, change direction, which they do. Geelong have made a number of positional changes in this last quarter, trying to get themselves back into the game. Bright there, Wallace. Up towards DiPierdomenico. No one around DiPierdomenico. He's got Tuck in front. Will he handball? No, he won't. He's looking, lifted his head, gone back in towards the centre. Buckenara will take an easy chest mark. Now Buckenara chips and finds Wallace. Wallace will steady down play here. No, he's going to try Bertie. He does. DiPierdomenico right on the 50-metre line. Goes long and high towards goal, but just not quite accurate enough, and through for a point for Hawthorn. So that's their 12th point, Hawthorn. 28-12, 180. Geelong 12-11, 83. We've played 14 minutes of this last quarter.
David O'Keefe to kick off, looking for Bruns, and a good play there. Chris Mew lunged across and punched the ball out of bounds.
Ablett into the centre on Terry Wallace.
Right, the ball to be thrown in. Well, I think the Geelong supporters bus is just heading through Werribee, because I think they must have left half an hour ago, because they'd be disgusted, the Geelong supporters, after their first half of the good effort. So Fitzgerald tries to do the hand pass. Can he get it out? Yes, it's taken by Craig Cleave. Michael Turner, the captain. Well, he's kicked 3 goals, but hasn't been sighted virtually since half time. Paul Couch, hand pass to Terry Bright. They're trying to open up the forward line. Darren Morgan, can he sit? Will it sit for him? Does he trap it? Yes, he turns around the left foot, looks for a little pass. Oh, it's going to be a hospital pass. Could have been in the back to Turner. Umpire says play on. Could have been a free to Kennedy, and Kennedy gets the free, which could have been played earlier to Michael Turner. So John Kennedy, son of the former coach, sends it over to Richard Loveridge, and I think you'll find they'll go for the motions now. Loveridge just took his time to kick it to Curran, punched away by Lenigan, picked up by Bertie. And the dipper on the left foot sends it across to Terry Wallace. Oh, has he been met like you believe? He goes in hard, Gary Ableton.
Yeah, I think Wallace is all right. All he has received is a corky. That was a knee from Gary Ablett. So one of the umpire didn't book him. He would have booked him on an earlier occasion today, and it's the same umpire. DP Domenico going off, Platten coming on. As Wallace has got the free kick. And he's not too good, Terry Wallace. A high ball, Pack brings it to the ground. Turner, who's been moved from the forward line. Lenigan, nowhere to go. Safety first. He didn't look for, but he found Platten. Platten now brings the ball back towards centre forward. Mossop. Oh, ducked his head, John Mossop. A lot of it not playing very confident. Tim Darcy across to Lenigan. Smothered by Brereton. Tackled by Abbott. Going in is Judge. Judge will now go onto his left foot and kick goalward. And he slammed it through. So that's the 29th goal on the board for Hawthorn. 29 goals, 12, 186. Geelong, 12, 11, 83. We've played 16 minutes of this final quarter.
Bad play there from Michael Lenigan. He had the ball in his possession and he fumbled it around, lost it, and Kenny Judd swooped on it and popped his 4 through. So there's certainly an opportunist, Ken Judge.
The record score about to be broken, I think, Ray. 191 points. Hawthorn are only 5 points behind that.
Well, they've broken more records, and Barbara Streisand's had hit records here today. The way they're going is you find that Michael Turner will send them up forward, but it'll be taken there by Chris Langford in front of Darren Morgan. So Langford strolls round onto the left foot, pops it back to the right, and he's got John Platten. Chasing it across there's Martin Christensen, but John Kennedy. They'll support one another as they normally do. Little pass across there, and Jenke goes through the centre and kicks it across. What's he doing? Not a good pass. Paul Couch. But the way they're playing Geelong, they might muck this up. Turner, here they go again. Going backwards, but Craig Cleave's got time. Over to the captain. You better kick the ball, Michael Turner, as he swoops through the Foster sign and sends it up the forward line. I don't know who he's trying to kick it to. Bruce Linder. Well, Bruce Linder's been in the land of missing since the second quarter, and now he's taken a mark.
Terry Wallace going off. Sorry, Ray. Terry Wallace going off, and Di Domenico coming back on. Wallace obviously injured with a bad thigh. Linder lines up, and it looks like it's a good-looking goal. No, 1 point. The umpire didn't move, but obviously had a good view of it. So that's a 12th point to Geelong. 186 Hawthorn, Geelong 84.
It looks like a corky, Don, Terry.
Well, he did when he met, Gary Ablett met him in the centre square there. Ablett drove the knee into the thigh, and consequently he's corked his thigh, so he'll be pretty sore boy tomorrow.
Okay, well, we find that Paul Couch on that left foot. Can he get round? Yes, he has. John Kennedy. Good play, though. And here's the Geelong side under pressure again. And, well, I think you might find a free kick was lucky to, I think that's Barry Stoneham. Yes, Barry Stone at the 50-metre mark, with pressure there from Hawthorn. Certainly put Geelong into the mistake situation. John Mossop not playing with any confidence, as Don said. Head down from Damien Drummond. The umpire will decide on a ball up. 17 minutes gone. Hawthorn 186, Geelong 84, 102 points in front.
Well, the ball will be bounced between the half-forward flank and centre half-forward. Mossop gets it down. Terry Bright in there trying to use strength. Langford, well done, across to Lester Smith. Hawthorn endeavouring to run the ball now. A chip finds Di Domenico. Di Domenico on centre wing. Couch not allowing him to get away. Playing on quickly, a handball to Lester Smith. Really of no advantage at all, except they retain possession. Nigel Cole takes a good high mark on the centre wing for Geelong. Cole, who went off the ground earlier in the game, injured, sends a high ball up towards the centre half forward position. Pack flying over the back. Chris Langford should have punched the ball, but he took the mark. If you're ever caught behind in that situation, you should always go for the punch. Jenke, he's changed direction. Hawthorn playing with a lot of arrogance now. Gary Ayres going like it is slow motion. Onto the left foot. Oh, isn't this arrogant type play? Kennedy being held. Cole coming through. Di Domenico goes to ground. Buckenara. Handball to Loveridge. Hawthorn doing it easy. Platten. Now he goes goalwards a little over. Is he straight? We'll wait. He sure is, and there is the 30th goal. So that's 192 points. 30 goals, 12, 192 Hawthorn. Geelong 12-12, 84, and Hawthorn have kicked the greatest score for any Hawthorn team against Geelong. The previous record was set in 1977, 191 points, and the greatest margin between these sides is 118 points in 1975. So there's only one more score to be broken, and that is the highest number of goals kicked by a Hawthorn player. That's turned by Wally Colbert, and the fellow who could break it is Jason Dunstall.
Well, there's certainly their percentage is getting an improvement today as Peter Curran, little pass, Dunstall. And as Don said, he's the one who can do the next record for the Hawthorn side. So Jason Dunstall, 40 metres out, and the way they're playing and the way he's playing, I'd like to be on this if he's going to have a go at it. Head down. Just pops it in the air. What's it going to do? Is it going to come back? No, it's offline, out of bounds on the full, I'd say. No, it's a behind.
Very hard to find good Geelong players, Ray, in this second half. Maybe Michael Turner's tried fairly hard. Gary Ablett to a degree. Maybe Neville Brunn's underneath the pack. Damien Drum's gone out of it. He's played very well the first half. But Hawthorn have completely eclipsed their opponents.
Since half-time. Land of the missing, they call the movie, Don, and I think all these Geelong players could be supporting roles. Michael Lenahan, as he kicks it across there. It's at Cleve, and he takes the mark on the half-back line. Actually, was doing a very good job up to half-time on Dunstall, and John Devine switched him. So, anyway, back to the play, and Lenigan strolls across the ground and through the centre. It goes over the back. Bend down and pick it up. Yes, he does. Mew. Here they go again. Langford. Players running all over the place. Curran could have been in the back, but he says play on. Loveridge. Platten. And Johnny Platten strolls around and has another go. Could it be his fourth goal? Oh, unbelievable. No. One behind. Well, John Platten was disappointed. It was nearly a goal. Looked like it from when it went off the boot. So Hawthorn 31-13. Geelong 12-12.
Russell Morris back on the ground, and Ken Judge has gone off. Terry Wallace limping around the boundary, going to get treatment. He doesn't look too good, Terry Wallace. Let's hope he's right for next week and in the finals in 2 weeks' time. Certainly be right in 2 weeks' time. Di Domenico can't get away. Cole with the ball, looking to try and set up Stoneham with a handball. He does. Couch. Now Geelong running the ball. Bright getting away from Tuck. Well done, Michael Tuck. Came over the back and punched the ball away from Terry Bright, right on that 50-metre line. 194 Hawthorn, 84 Geelong. We've played 23 minutes of this final quarter. Stoneham to do the ruck work with Abbott. Abbott in front, gets it down to Morris. Morris dummies the handball. Lester Smith, a high ball around the wing. Mossop setting himself behind Curran, but Mossop brought the ball down to ground on a juggling attempt and right on the centre wing. Back into the centre goes Mossop to Darcy and finds him. Darcy trying to find a chip and does so. Looking for Ablett, but getting away from Ablett there is Jenke. Jenke going and looking for Dunstall. He'll run in and kick a goal. Goalward he goes. And Jason Dunstall, has he kicked it? He has. The 31st goal to Geelong. And Jason for Hawthorn, 31-14, 200 Hawthorn. Geelong 12-12, 84. Jason Dunstall has kicked 3 goals in this last quarter, and his total for the game is 8. So 2 goals to go, and he'll break the record. A 200 Hawthorn, 84 Geelong, and also they're only 2 points behind the greatest winning margin between these two sides, Ray.
Well, they're certainly playing unbelievable football since half-time, Don, and Geelong have just been completely outclassed. Nigel Cole, and Geelong going up to one of their rare visits forward on the left foot and sends it up there. No forward line really to talk about. Blinder, he's been quiet. Bright will be a free kick, I'd say. Yes, holding the ball, and it's coming apart at the seams for the Geelong. Turner was down there with Ablett with the 2-prong attack, but that's disappeared. And Gary Ablett was in the centre. Yes, he is in the centre. And Michael Turner ruck roving. So, Russell Morris hasn't been on the ground very much today as he sends Hawthorn down to the centre of the ground. Comes to Curran. Here they go again. Buckanara strolls out. There's a little chip. Will it make it? Turn around there, young Michael Schultz, and it'll go through for a behind. So the score goes on, Don, looking like a cricket score up there. 31-15, 2:01. Time on starting, and I'm sure Geelong can't wait for this game to finish. 12-12, 84.
Keith bringing the ball in. Ablett having a look around before going for it. One hand, Ablett. Might have hurt himself there. I think he has. Came down rather heavily. The ball over the boundary line. Ablett picking himself up. Might have winded himself. A lot of trainers running out. Play. Ball down. The umpire might have called or halted play there as Russo gets it across to Dunstall. Now Jason Dunstall lining up for his 9th goal. Remember, Wally Colpert kicked 10 goals back in 1944 for Hawthorn against Geelong, and Jason Dunstall has kicked 8 to date. Nice ball on its way. Is it straight? There's a 9th goal. Only 1 goal behind is Jason Dunstall, and he could break the record. And he's certainly kicked a multitude of goals. He's kicked 8 goals in this second half. 4 in the last half, 4 in the third quarter, 4 in the fourth quarter, 4 in the third quarter. Hawthorn 32-15, 207. Geelong 12-12, 84. Playing time on in this last quarter.
123 points in front, the Hawks, as Abbott, Platten, here they go again. Loveridge, they stream out the centre. Buckenara, but Michael Schultz will take the mark in the back line to relieve the pressure. Well, the only interest left is young Dunstall. Can he kick his 10th goal? As Michael Turner takes the mark, the captain. The long hand pass to Craig Cleave, and he turns around. What's he going to do? Left foot. He sends it up to the centre wing. It bounces. Does it sit for Stoneham? Yes, but he can't pick it up. Bends down, hand pass, under pressure as they normally are. Here they go again. Judge over there looking for Buckenara. Coming through is Kennedy. Once again, no one can get possession of the ball. Coming out then is Fitzgerald, the Cole, the hand pass in the centre of the ground. Oh, he got rid of that like a hot potato couch. And Bertie Diponico gets it. John Kennedy. Now can he find Dunstall? He'll look for him, but Kennedy decides on have a go. And John Kennedy says, I'll have a little go too. So that's his first and their 33rd. And this is unbelievable stuff from the Hawks. 33-15. Geelong 12-12, and poor old John Devine, this must be a nightmare.
Well, Hawthorn have had 11 goal kickers today. 11 goal kickers. Unbelievable stuff. Not one player has been their focal point when you have 11 players able to kick goals. 33-15, 213. Geelong 12-12, 84, and nearly played 30 minutes of time on.
They've kicked 23 goals since half-time, Don.
Loveridge with the ball. Cole over it. Out to DiPierdomenico. The interest is, can Jason Dunstall equal the record or maybe break it? Russo. Now a high ball. Curran will be underneath. No, Dermot Brereton can't bring it to ground. Follows up well. Will be. No, I thought it played the free kick. Curran there. And the umpire coming in to ball up right on the 50-metre line. By Clayton. A little bit at sea early on in the game, Clayton, when the pressure was really on. Went to water. Mossop, Deere. Deere gets it down. Kennedy, oh, this is basketball stuff, John Kennedy. Grab it with 2 hands. It's not the way to play football. Deere, I have it. Traps it. Tuck over the back to Curran. Now what will Curran do? He'll go long and high goalward. Not another one, surely. That was Russell Morris, I should say. And Russell Morris has kicked his first goal, so that's a 12th goal kicker for Hawthorn. Hawthorn 34-15, 219. Geelong 12-12, 84. 29 minutes played, 4 minutes of time on at Princes Park.
This is unbelievable. 2 league sides and the difference in the 2 on the scoreboard. It just doesn't work out. Geelong, you ought to be ashamed of yourself today as it comes to the ground, and Loveridge sends it forward. Here they go again. Thank you very much, John Kennedy. I think he'll stroll in for his second goal, and he does. Well, how easy is this? This has got to the point of being ridiculous. They go on to 35 goals, 15. Geelong 12 goals, 12. And Don, have you ever seen anything like this in your time?
No, I've never seen a team that can completely dominate the game in this second half. At half-time, Hawthorn had 10 goals on the board, and since half-time they have kicked 15. Unbelievable stuff, and the game is not over yet. Can Jason Dunstall? I'm sorry, 25 goals they've kicked in this second half. I can't do my arithmetic. Barry Stoneham with the ball. Bruns. Long he goes towards the forward line. Morgan there. Traps the ball. Sets it up with a handball, looking for Turner, but can't. He does. The ball bounced kindly. Loveridge, dummies. Now they set up the running play. Buckenara. He just looks down the ground and hasn't found anybody except Nigel Cole, the opposition. Now Cole. Di Domenico on the mark. Very dark here at Princes Park. 30 minutes, 31 minutes played. 6 minutes of time on. Geelong endeavouring to run the ball. Cleve. They'll be waiting for that siren to go, Geelong, to finish this game. Stone and Morgan, a high ball. Underneath it, Lester Smith. Can he hold and stay his ground? He can't. Turner with it, no. Hawthorn, it's a little dark. They change direction of play in towards centre half back. Trapping the ball now is Bruns, going goalward, and what has he done? Is he accurate? He sure is, and that is the 13th goal for Geelong. 35-15, 225 Hawthorn. Geelong 13-12, 90.
Donna said, I've never seen a side cave in like this Geelong side has since half-time. And I'm sure they're ashamed of their performance. Buckenara, Mossop, comes to the ground. Bruns, can't pick it up as Michael Tuck. Supporting there for Geelong is Linda, but just kicks it anywhere. Morgan will chase the ball over the line with Mew, and Mew just does a little bit of a soccer, and it just lands inside the line, so it'll be thrown in. And the scoreboard, well, it's just showing a 135-point lead to the Hawthorn side. 2-2-5, 35-15, 2-2-5 to Geelong, 13-12-90. As it's thrown in, siren seconds away. Kennedy pushes the ball down. Didn't play a very good game today, John Kennedy. Was off the ground early. Got a couple of kicks down when the pressure's off. It comes to Michael Tuck. Also, he's been very quiet for this scoreboard. A good player there was Dermot Burton. Craig Cleve over to Mossop. Mossop does the hand pass, the Cole, and here they do what they normally do. Darcy runs around, goes through the centre, kicks it over there to, I'd say, Christensen, but it's punched away from young Jenke. He's not played a bad game today, this young fella, and does the long hand pass to open up to Peter Russo. Russo flicks around Buckenara if he wants him, and Gary Buckenara takes the mark. Hand pass to Kennedy, siren's gone, it's all over here. A big win to the Hawthorn side, 35-15, 225, defeated Geelong, 13 goals, 12, 90.